Hello and welcome back everyone. You join me in post-production actually because I forgot to record an intro for the final video of this Ashridge Duathlon Series, which is a bit silly really, but anyway, so what you're going to see in this is the sort of preparation that went into the event, what I changed, what I did differently in terms of training, the kit, the bike, some analysis of the course or the bike course before we actually did it. Then obviously everything that happened on race day. Spoiler alert, someone qualified for the Team GB World Duathlon Championships in 2022. So you'll have to wait till the end to find out who. Oh, and for anyone who's not really interested in things like the bike and nutrition, kit, all that sort of stuff, there should be some chapter markers in the bottom of the video somewhere so you can skip to the bits that you do want to see. So yeah. Right, so in terms of kit, I'm probably going to wear my Nike Tempo Next Percents for the runs, just because they are actually a really fast shoe, and I think having the AirPod in there does actually give you something to target, like when you're landing on your foot. Also as well, the actual route is mostly trail. I'd probably say at least 3/4 trail. So I'm not really sure how much advantage using something like the Vaporfly, or I mean I don't have an Alphafly, but I don't really see how much of an advantage they'll give you. So I think I'd rather just wear a shoe that maybe isn't as fast but still feels fast. You get what I mean? So moving on from there, we have my old school Giant cycling shoes. They are actually really old now. I should probably look at getting them replaced. I don't actually think they're that aero. You know, if you've got 2 of these things popping into the wind, or 4 of them, they can't be that good, can they? But anyway, right. Working our way up. I'm thinking that after watching Triathlon Dan's recent videos on his time trials, where he mentioned not wearing long socks quite a few times, I thought it might actually be a good idea to try it myself and see how that works. So just have them roll down during the run and then pull them up for the bike. I'm going to wear my Ironman 70.3. I've never done an Ironman, but Ironman 70.3 triathlon belt, purely because there's more places for you to attach the number bib. Because I remember at Bedford, the noise that the bib makes flapping in the wind is incredibly annoying. It's also a lot easier to get gels in and out, so that'll be good. I will be wearing gloves, just because I'll probably need them on the bike, but I'll start wearing them in the run. And in terms of the actual overall kit, I'll be wearing my Rise On tri-suit again, but this time I'm actually going to wear 2 layers underneath it, because I do not want to be DNFing, purely because I'm freezing cold again. And I'm even going to chuck in a G-lay just for transition, depending on the weather. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use that, because coming off the run I'll probably be roasting hot and not want to wear anything, to be fair, and probably think these 3 layers I've gotten is too much, but I'm going to keep it there anyway, just in case. And then onto the helmet. I am going to wear my aero helmet. I was in 2 minds about wearing this, just because sometimes when you come off the run and you're really hot, as soon as you stick the visor down, it just steams up and you actually can't see anything. Well, I can't see very much for quite a while, but I'm going to wear it just purely for the marginal gains. So yeah, that's it for the kit. Hopefully it all works out this time. How do you do it?
Got to move those hips more. What have you become?
And then we have the beautiful bike, the Giant Propel. So there's nothing changed really since the last time I had it set up for Bedford. Again, I'm just going to put 2 gels and a Lucozade in my front bottle, which I have pushed up very close to my pads because it stops it from falling out on the absolutely terrible roads that we have around here. I have got a new rear tyre since then, because I had a puncture. I'll stick my sticker on there, and then my toolkit is in there, which I'm sure a lot of you will point out is not very aero, but then it's the only place I've found to have my toolkit at the moment where it doesn't come flying out on the roads around here, so that's what I'm going with. Let's see how it goes. In terms of nutrition, I know that white powder looks very dodgy, but honestly that is just pure caffeine. I don't drink coffee, so I just tend to take it in a powder form and just neck it in a shot. But I've also been on the beetroot juice to get the nitrates in a few days leading into the race, and I'll have a hydration tab the day before as well. Then on the actual race itself, I'll be taking 2 gels in a bottle with a Lucozade, and then I also plan on having 1 gel on the run about 30 minutes in, and then 1 more just as backup, just in case. So hopefully that works out okay. So in regards to the route as well, for both the run and the bike, the run course is basically completely flat, but a bit sort of traily, like 75% trail, and obviously do 4 loops for the first 10k and then 2 on the second 5k. And then the bike course it's a sort of course where you're either going really fast or really slow. There's no bit that's flat really. You're either going up a hill or down a hill, so it's a little bit annoying in that respect, but it's still a nice route. It's very scenic. Just looking at it now, going through. So in terms of the run, what you're looking at now is Ashridge House itself. So there's the main car park where you'll park on the day, and then transition will be out on this grass in the front. And then as the camera pans up, you'll see you'll start the run on the right hand through one of these tower blocks, and you basically run all the way to the trees at the back, come round on the left hand side, and that's a 2.5k loop. So you do that 4 times for the 10k. Then you come back into transition on this grass, and then you're off on your bike. And what you're seeing here is one of the loops. You'll come up from the left, you'll go along this path, and then come out the other side as you do each loop into those trees. Now what this shows is the end of the quite long descent that you do down the big hill. So there is a hill on the other side that you can't see from here, and then you do a really long descent. You can freewheel this and you're going pretty fast. And then you come through this little village, and it's sort of around now where you really want to start applying some power, because you are sort of technically on the start of the climb here. And then in the distance, that clump of trees is the sort of the hill that you need to be attacking. I think it's called Nettleton Hill or Freeston Hill or something like that, but it gets pretty steep in parts. I think it hits around 19% for a few metres and then sort of eases off, but you go all the way over to the right behind, so you can see sort of where that sandy texture is over to the right, and those trees, you do end up going all the way around there. So it's quite a long climb. I think it's 3 or 4 minutes if you put in a bit of an effort in, so it's not much fun doing it 3 times. And then after that, once it's levelled off, you come to a quite nice open bit. As long as it's not windy, it's nice. Again, it is slightly uphill. I think it's probably only like 1%, but it is quite a nice stretch. And then you go all the way along here. I think it's into Gaddesden, I think it is. At the end that you can see the houses. And yeah, then once you reach this bit here, you're sort of getting ready to go left through the Ashridge Gatehouse, which is just behind some trees. So as the camera pans here, you'll see like this road coming down through the trees from right to left that you come down. It's a bit of a descent into a hill. The descent's not fun because there's a couple of turns on it where you'll have cars that you can't see, and there's also speed bumps on it. And then you can smash your way up the final hill, back up to the house, and then you'll either go in for transition or do another 2 laps. But yeah, you can probably see most of the course there in that little panning shot. Yeah, you'll come up from the top here down through the middle of this lane. It's quite nice, this bit, but yeah, it's not a bad course. And then obviously you go back to the 2.5k run, so until you finish, get your little medal. How you feeling, Georgie?
There are some really nice bikes. So very
I think we're going to be the worst ones here. Hold on, how are these cars getting in there? I wanted to go in there. Yeah.
If anyone has a changed bit of weakness, they could possibly let it go. You've got a bit of a problem with that, it can be very easily fixed with a change bit. So if you have a change bit about you, or you've got one maybe in the car, in the car park, if you pull
Gotta film the toilets.
Oh yeah, I like it there, yeah.
female competitors today.
Come on, Georgie! Go on, Georgie! You've got this! 2.5k!
It's good to see that competition.
Go on, Ben! Woo! Yeah, Ben! Go on, Ben!
Carlos game, got him. Rugby triathlon club.
Sprint finish, Ben! Woo!
Richard Lawrence, Honey Fielder, Johnny Carr as well.
Dig it, girl! Come on, Georgie! Come on! Dig it! Come on, Georgie! Come on, Georgie! You've got this!
Right, so we just finished the race. I thought now might be a good time to do a little post-race interview with Georgie to see how it went, because you were a little bit worried, weren't you, going into this? Why were you worried? What were you thinking? What were you saying going into this week?
I haven't raced for a year, so I didn't know how it's going to play out.
You didn't think you were going to do very well, did you?
No.
What's happened?
I just qualified as a GBH grouper. Well, I didn't.
Qualified for the Worlds in 2022, more like.
Second female.
Unbelievable. Second female. Just sprint finish. If you did some more track work.
Good morning.
Well done, Belle. Right, so race over. Just thought I'd do some quick post-race thoughts. I've checked where I finished. So I finished 8th in my age category, and I think sort of 40th overall, or 44th, 45th or something like that. Georgie obviously came 2nd overall, and 2nd in her age category as well. So yeah, all in. Thought it went quite well. The run, sub 40. The bike was harder than I was expecting, but I think I went too fast on the run, the initial run. And then the second run was okay as well, but I think both runs have come up a little bit short as well, but I guess they are officially measured, so I'll take it. Do some proper post-race analysis when we get back home. So a little bit of breaking news or a breaking update. Georgie's actually finished 3rd overall. There was a lady in an older age category that looks to have taken the win. So probably left a few minutes after them. So when we were checking, it didn't seem that way. But yeah, just going through mine. I think I'm reading the right column here. So on the first run, I ran a 37.39, which was the 33rd fastest. I think there's about 250 people in total. So yeah, 37.39, 33rd overall. The bike was then 1:12.29, and that was the 58th overall. I was disappointed with the bike today, but I couldn't have gone any harder if I tried. On the final loop, I was having to take it quite easy because I could actually feel that at any moment something was going to go. Either my quads were going to cramp or my hamstrings. So. And then on the second run, I ran an 18.38, which was the 44th overall. And then yeah, just confirmation, I think I was 8th in my age category and 44th overall, it seems. So not bad out of 215, considering it was the Triathlon England or Great Britain Triathlon age group qualifiers. I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, not too bad. So I've noticed as well, after going through all of the video, that I've not really given much analysis or much information on the sort of splits and all that sort of stuff, the run, the bike, the run again after the event. So I'm just going to do another video after this, another short one that just goes into a lot more detail on the data, because I know a lot of people don't really care about that and some might do. So yeah, the next video will be based on that. But yeah, if you liked this video, then there's a little button you can press below to show that. And if you want to see more, click subscribe. But I guess I'll see you in the next one, and I have no idea what that's going to be now, so bye.